Imagine a time long before nations had names we recognize today. A time when trade was just beginning to connect distant villages and towns. In the lands that we now call Pakistan, the story of money begins not with paper, but with metal. The first coins were not perfectly round or machine-made. They were simple yet revolutionary. These were the punch-marked coins appearing around the 6th century BCE. They were odd shapes of silver, stamped with various symbols like animals, plants, or geometric patterns. Each mark was like a signature, a guarantee of its weight and purity from a local king or a wealthy merchant. This was a giant leap for humanity in this region. These early coins tell us a fascinating story. They tell us about the first organized economies of the Gandhara and Indus Valley regions. Instead of trading a goat for a bag of wheat, people could now use these small pieces of silver. It made life simpler and trade fairer. It allowed for wealth to be stored and carried easily. Each coin, however small, was a piece of trust. It was a promise that it would be accepted by someone else in another town. These humble metal pieces were the seeds from which great empires and complex societies would grow. They were the silent witnesses to the birth of commerce and civilization in this ancient land. The variety of symbols on these punch-marked coins is like a lost language. Some historians believe the symbols represented different rulers or dynasties. Others think they might have been the marks of guilds or specific cities. A fish symbol might mean the coin came from a riverside town. A bull might represent a powerful kingdom. We may never know the exact meaning of every mark, but they paint a picture of a vibrant and diverse world. A world where different powers and communities coexisted, each leaving their unique stamp on the currency that flowed through the hands of their people, connecting them in a web of trade. Think about holding one of these ancient coins. It feels like holding history itself. This small, uneven piece of silver has traveled through countless hands over thousands of years. It may have been used by a farmer to buy seeds, a soldier to get a meal, or a traveler on a long journey along the Silk Road. It has seen the rise and fall of kingdoms and witnessed the daily lives of people long gone. These first coins are more than just old money. They are artifacts that connect us directly to the very dawn of economic life in Pakistan, a tangible link to our most distant ancestors and their world. As centuries passed, new empires rose and brought their own ideas about what a coin should be. Around the 2nd century BCE, the Indo-Greeks marched into the region. They brought with them a tradition from the West artistry. Their coins were a dramatic change from the simple punch-mark pieces. For the first time, coins in this land featured realistic portraits of their kings. You could see the face of a ruler, complete with their helmet or a royal headband. On the other side, they depicted Greek gods and goddesses, like Zeus or Heracles. This was not just money, it was propaganda. It was a way for a king to say, "I am your ruler, and I am powerful." These Indo-Greek coins were often bilingual. They had Greek writing on one side, and a local script, like Kharosthi, on the other. This was a brilliant move. It meant that both Greek settlers and the local population could understand the coin. It was a tool for uniting a diverse kingdom. The coins were made of silver and copper, and their quality was remarkably high. The portraits were so detailed that we can see the individual features of kings who lived more than 2,000 years ago. They are a gallery of ancient rulers, each one telling a story of conquest, culture, and a unique fusion of East and West. Following the Indo-Greeks, another great power emerged, the Kushan Empire. The Kushans controlled a vast territory that was a crossroads of civilizations, and their coins reflect this perfectly. Their most famous coins were made of gold, and they are stunning works of art. The Kushan kings, like the great Kanishka, continued the tradition of putting their own image on the coins. But the other side was a spectacular showcase of religious diversity. You could find coins with images of Media Group, Kushan coins with images of Greek, Roman, Zoroastrian, Hindu, Buddhist deities. Istaka distribute equally Greek, Roman, Zoroastrian, Hindu, and Buddhist deities. A single king might issue coins honoring a whole pantheon of gods from different cultures. This incredible diversity on Kushan coins tells us about their empire. It was a place of tolerance and trade, where ideas from all over the world met and mingled. A merchant traveling the Silk Road could find a coin with a Buddha image, while another might have one with the Persian sun god, Mithra. These coins were not just for buying goods. They were a message to the world that the Kushan Empire was a cosmopolitan hub, a center of global culture. The gold coins, in particular, were a symbol of the empire's immense wealth, derived from its control over the lucrative trade routes connecting Rome, Persia, India, and China. Let us journey forward in time to an era of unparalleled grandeur. The Mughal Empire. When the Mughals came to power in the 16th century, they brought with them a love for art, architecture, and poetry. This love was beautifully reflected in their coins. Mughal coins were masterpieces of calligraphy. Instead of portraits, which were less common in Islamic tradition, they featured elegant inscriptions. These were often verses from the Quran, the name and titles of the emperor, and the date and location of the mint. The script itself was a form of art, flowing across the surface of the gold, silver, and copper coins. The most famous Mughal coins are the gold moher and the silver rupee. The rupee, introduced by the ruler Sher Shah Suri just before the Mughals, and standardized by Emperor Akbar, became the foundation of currency for centuries to come. Akbar the Great took a special interest in his coinage. He established mints across his vast empire, from Kabul to Bengal, and ensured a high standard of purity and weight. His coins often carried messages of his new religious philosophy, the Din-e-Ilahi, promoting tolerance and unity. Holding a Mughal rupee is like holding a piece of imperial proclamation. The design of Mughal coins evolved with each emperor. Jahangir, known for his love of nature and art, issued a famous series of zodiac coins. Each gold mohur featured a beautifully rendered sign of the zodiac, like Leo the lion or Scorpio the scorpion, instead of the usual inscriptions. His wife, the powerful Empress Nur Jahan, even had coins issued in her own name, a rare honor for a woman at the time. Shah Jahan, the builder of the Taj Mahal, continued the tradition of elegant calligraphy on his coins. His coins are known for their perfect symmetry and clarity, a reflection of the architectural perfection he sought. Even the decline of the Mughal Empire can be traced through its coins. As the empire weakened, the quality of the coins began to suffer. The silver content was reduced, and the craftsmanship became less refined. Local governors and rival powers began to mint their own coins, often mimicking the Mughal style but with their own marks. These coins are a physical record of a changing political landscape. They mark the slow fading of a great empire and the rise of new forces that would once again transform the destiny of the subcontinent and its currency. The arrival of the British East India Company, and later the direct rule of the British Crown, marked another profound shift in the history of coins in the region. The Mughals' artistic calligraphy was replaced by the portraits of British monarchs. Starting in 1835, coins were minted with the image of the reigning king or Queen of England. First came King William IV, then Queen Victoria, Edward VII, George V, and finally, George VI. It was a clear and powerful statement. The new rulers were stamping their authority on the very medium of exchange used by millions of people every day. The coins of the British Raj standardized the currency across the entire subcontinent. The silver rupee, Anna, and the copper paisa became household names. 1 rupee was equal to 16 annas, and 1 anna was equal to 4 pice or 12 pies. This system would remain in place for over a century. The coins featured the monarch's head on one side, which we call the obverse. The other side, the reverse, usually showed the value of the coin and the year it was made, written in English and sometimes in local scripts like Urdu. The design was uniform, efficient, and symbolized the centralized power of the British Empire. Queen Victoria's reign was long, and her image on the coins changed as she aged. The early coins show a young portrait of the Queen. Later, she was depicted as the Empress of India, wearing a small crown. These coins traveled to the farthest corners of the empire, from the bustling markets of Lahore to the remote villages of the Khyber Pass. For many people, the face on the coin was the only image they had ever seen of their distant ruler. The coins were a constant, tangible reminder of who was in charge. They represented a new order, one of law, administration, and imperial power that connected the subcontinent to a global empire. The metals used for these coins also tell a story. The silver rupee was the backbone of the economy, but during the World Wars, silver became a precious commodity needed for the war effort. As a result, the composition of the coins began to change. The silver content in the rupee was reduced, and eventually, it was replaced with nickel. This change was a practical necessity, but it also symbolized the strain that global conflicts were putting on the empire. These were the last coins of a united India, the currency that would be in people's pockets when independence finally arrived in 1947. On August 14, 1947, a new nation was born. Pakistan. But a new country needs its own money. For the first few months, Pakistan continued to use the coins of British India. These were the familiar coins with the portrait of King George VI. To make them Pakistani, a clever but temporary solution was found. The government did not have time to design and mint new coins immediately. So, they took the existing British Indian coins and simply stamped them. This process, however, was never implemented, and the coins remained in circulation as they were. People used the same rupees, annas and pice as before. It was not until 1948 that Pakistan was ready to issue its own unique coins. This was a moment of immense national pride. The new coins were a powerful symbol of sovereignty and independence. The portrait of the British king was gone forever. In its place, the obverse of every coin featured the famous emblem of Pakistan, the crescent moon and star, surrounded by a wreath. On the reverse, the coins displayed the denomination and the year. A beautiful tughra, an artistic monogram of the words Hukumat-e-Pakistan, meaning Government of Pakistan, was also prominently featured. The first series of Pakistani coins followed the old system of annas and pice. The denominations were 1 pice, half anna, 1 anna, 2 annas, 1/4 rupee, half rupee, and 1 rupee. They were made from different metals. The lowest value coin, the 1 pice, was made of bronze. The half anna and 1 anna were made of copper nickel. The higher value coins, from 2 annas to the 1 rupee, were minted in pure nickel, giving them a bright, silvery appearance. The design was simple, elegant, and distinctly Pakistani. It was a clean break from the colonial past. These coins were minted at a time of great challenge and hope. The new nation was finding its feet, and these coins were part of building a new national identity. They circulated throughout the country, from the cities of Karachi and Lahore to the rural areas of Punjab and Sindh. Every time a person used one of these coins, it was a small affirmation of their new citizenship. These pieces of metal were more than just currency. They were the building blocks of a new economy, and a symbol of a dream that had become a reality. They represented the aspirations of millions. For its first 14 years, Pakistan used the old complicated currency system inherited from the British. 1 rupee was 16 annas, and 1 anna was 4 pice. This system had been in place for centuries, but the world was moving on. A simpler system was needed, one that was easier for calculations and aligned with international standards. So in 1961, Pakistan made a bold and historic change. The country switched to the decimal system. From that point on, the rupee was divided not into 16 annas, but into 100 paisa. It was a revolution in how people counted their money. This change required a whole new set of coins. The old anna coins were gradually withdrawn, and new paisa coins were introduced. The new denominations were 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50 paisa. The 1 rupee coin was now equal to 100 paisa. This was a big adjustment for everyone. Shopkeepers, traders, and ordinary citizens had to get used to the new way of thinking. For a while, the new coins were even called Naya Paisa, which means new paisa, to distinguish them from the old pice. It was a period of transition, but it was a crucial step in modernizing the nation's economy. The designs of these new decimal coins continued to feature the crescent and star and the tughra. However, the metals used started to change. In the beginning, the lower value coins were bronze, and the higher values were copper nickel. But as the years went by, the cost of metal increased. This is a common problem for countries all over the world. The metal in a coin can sometimes become more valuable than the face value of the coin itself. To solve this, Pakistan began to use cheaper and lighter metals, like aluminum, for the smaller denomination coins like 1, 2, 5, and 10 paisa. The decimal system simplified daily life for millions. It made accounting, banking, and commerce much more efficient. Children in schools no longer had to learn the complex conversions of the old system. The shift to decimal coins was more than just a change in currency, it was a change in mindset. It was another step in Pakistan's journey as a modern, progressive nation. The paisa coins of the 1960s and 70s represent this important chapter, a time of practical reform that affected every single person in the country. Beyond the coins we use every day, countries often create special coins to mark important events. These are called commemorative coins. They are like metal monuments, celebrating moments of national pride, honoring great leaders, or highlighting important causes. Pakistan has a rich history of issuing such coins. One of the earliest and most significant was the coin issued in 1976 to honor the 100th birth anniversary of the nation's founder, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, known as the Quaid-i-Azam, or Great Leader. This coin was a powerful tribute to the man who envisioned Pakistan. Over the years, many other commemorative coins have followed. Coins were minted to celebrate the anniversaries of Pakistan's independence. Others were created for sporting achievements, like Pakistan's victory in the Cricket World Cup in 1992. These coins capture moments of collective joy and national unity. There have also been coins to raise awareness for important social issues, such as the Food for All coin issued in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Each of these coins tells a story, freezing a specific moment of Pakistan's history and time. These special coins are often different from regular currency. They might be made of silver or gold, making them valuable to collectors. Their designs are usually more elaborate and artistic. For example, a coin might feature the portrait of a person being honored, a specific building, or a symbolic image related to the event. The coin celebrating the new capital, Islamabad, featured an image of the Shah Faisal Mosque, a symbol of modern Pakistani architecture. These coins are not meant for daily shopping. They are keepsakes, souvenirs of history that people can own and pass down through generations. The issuance of commemorative coins is a way for a nation to talk about its values and its heroes. By choosing to honor a person like the poet-philosopher Allama Iqbal, or an event like the establishment of the Supreme Court, the state is telling its citizens what it holds dear. These coins are a part of the national narrative. They help to build a shared sense of identity and history. For collectors and history enthusiasts, these coins are treasures that offer a unique window into the story of Pakistan, one celebration at a time. As we move closer to the present day, we see the story of Pakistani coins adapting once again, this time to economic realities like inflation. Over the decades, the value of money decreased. The small paisa coins, which were once useful, gradually lost their purchasing power. A paisa, or 5 paisa coin, could no longer buy anything. As a result, they became impractical to produce and use. Starting in the 1990s, the State Bank of Pakistan began to phase out these smaller denominations. The era of the paisa, which began with the decimal revolution, slowly came to an end. This led to the introduction of new, higher-value coins. In 1998, a new 2 rupee coin was introduced. It was larger than the 1 rupee coin and had a distinctive shape to help people, especially the visually impaired, to identify it easily. A few years later, in 2002, a 5 rupee coin was launched. For a long time, the 5 rupee note was common, but the coin was more durable and cost-effective for the government in the long run. The introduction of these coins marked a significant shift. The rupee was now the basic unit of currency in everyday transactions, not the paisa. The design and composition of these modern coins also evolved. The focus was on making them durable and inexpensive to mint. The 1 and 2 rupee coins are now made of aluminum. The 5 rupee coin is made of a copper-zinc-nickel alloy, giving it a golden color. More recently, in 2016, a 10 rupee coin was introduced, and in 2019, the government announced plans for even a 20 rupee coin. These changes reflect the economic landscape of the country. They show how the currency must adapt to be practical for the daily needs of the people. Today, the coins in a Pakistani's pocket are likely to be the 1, 2, 5, and 10 rupee coins. They feature modern, simplified designs. The obverse still proudly displays the crescent and star. The reverse of the 10 rupee coin, for example, features a beautiful image of the Faisal Mosque in Islamabad. These coins are the latest chapter in a long and fascinating story. They are the direct descendants of the punch-marked silver pieces from 2,500 years ago, continuing a legacy of metal money that has chronicled the history of this land. The journey of Pakistani coins is a journey through time itself. It is a story that begins with shapeless pieces of silver stamped with the mysterious symbols of ancient kingdoms. It flows through the magnificent empires of the Indo-Greeks, the Kushans, and the Mughals, each leaving their unique artistic and cultural imprint on the currency of their time. These coins were not just tools for trade, they were declarations of power, expressions of art, and messengers of culture, carrying the faces of kings and the names of gods across vast lands. Each piece of metal is a chapter in a grand historical epic. The arrival of the British brought standardization and the image of a distant monarch, uniting the subcontinent under a single imperial currency system. Then came the birth of Pakistan, a moment of profound change that was quickly mirrored in the nation's coinage. The portraits of kings were replaced by the crescent and star, a powerful symbol of a new identity and a new future. The switch to the decimal system in 1961 was another key moment, a rational step that modernized the economy and simplified life for millions. These changes show a nation actively shaping its own destiny. Through the decades, the coins have continued to tell Pakistan's story. Commemorative issues celebrate its heroes, its triumphs, and its values. The changing metals and denominations reflect its economic challenges and its resilience. The phasing out of the paisa and the introduction of higher-value rupee coins is a practical response to the realities of the modern world. Every change, big or small, adds another layer to the narrative. The coins are a living history, adapting and evolving along with the nation itself. They are a constant presence in the daily lives of the people. So the next time you hold a coin in your hand, take a moment to look at it. It is more than just a piece of metal with a number on it. It is a miniature historical document. It carries the legacy of thousands of years of art, politics, and economics. From the ancient punch-marked pieces to the modern 10 rupee coin, the currency of Pakistan is a tangible connection to the past and a symbol of the nation's ongoing journey. It is history that you can hold, a story that continues to be written with every new coin that is minted.